Hello, hello, Tiana Smith here. And on today's video, I'm going to be doing down and dirty. It'll be a little messy as usual because I'm doing a whole website on this call. Or this Zoom. You're just going to see behind the scenes on the systems and processes of how I build somebody's website. I'm going to be building a client's website today, and I'll get the majority of it done. I will tell you like how I personally do things is I build what I can. I kind of keep things quick moving. If I run into any hiccups, I just move to the next thing. And so I do things in essentially like, let me get the branding done. Let me get all the pieces I have in place from a client. And this could be for you. So if you're building this yourself, you're watching this yourself and you're seeing, okay, it's not just design. It's not just go high level tech. It's also I want you to think of it from an upper level strategy of going with the flow. If an area is causing too much friction, if there's a tech issue in one area, you're going to watch me just kind of move through it. So this is like overall, what I'm doing is I'm taking a client's WordPress site. So they actually already have their content and I've already been working with them. And this is the part you would be at if you were building. Like you should have your logo, you should have some pictures ready, even if it's stock in Canva. So you kind of just want to sit down, you're going to go high level open, you're going to have Canva open. And if you have an old website you're redoing the way I'm doing for this client, sometimes I'm redoing everything from scratch. But today I'm going to be taking content from a client's other website and rebuilding it all in Go High Level and then integrating some funnels that I've already built for them. So let's dive in. I'll show you what I mean as we go. And the best way of doing this would be like, if you are actually building something yourself, you could either watch this and just kind of learn the systems and processes, watch it through one time, or you could have this open in one window, your own website open in another window, and kind of like follow along the process. So that is my recommendation. Let's get going. So, if I was building a coach or course creator's website, I would do this a little differently. So I'm going to go here, share a portion of the screen, and we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the client's, to their Go High Level account going on here. And we're going to go to websites, and I'm actually just going to create from a template. I usually have my own website templates that I would add in, but because she has her own website things, and actually I think what I'm going to do is do it up here because I'm doing it from, so this is hers and this is also her WordPress site. So I like to have like her original website up and running over here. I'm going to move everything down, just kind of, we're going to definitely have, I like to close out all their windows and only just have like whatever I'm going to need from her Canva. And then let's get logged in here. Gonna go there. I like to have the front end. So right now it's a one-page website and it doesn't have everything we really need. So I'm going to be rebuilding and figuring out copy and all that all at the same time. I'm also going to have her Facebook open because sometimes people have more content that I can grab on their Facebook. So I'm going to go to Facebook. Let's just go to facebook.com and I'll go get her little fishies hyperlink in a second. So I like to start with what I have from somebody, their Canva open. Um, she's already uploaded her stuff. There's images. I have enough that I can just start to move things. So I like the layout of this and the bright colors and the fonts. So I'm going to kind of start with a template that's similar over here. So let's go here. Let's go new website. Let's see if I can find a template on Go High Level that's kind of similar. I would say right off the bat, this one is, I don't like all that, what we offer. The reason I actually like it is I can do like her 3 swim class things here, which is what I like. It also has the happy clients, but I don't like the look of this, but I'm going to share how you can take these things as a theme and then edit it, but I want something a little different. So I'm going to search in the template library a little bit more. Honestly, I prefer this one because I'm visualizing in my head. I can put her logo here. I'd like to put her picture. I like the layout of this, how we can help. And this could be the 3 kinds of swim classes, and I could change these images. This could be about her, the owner. The thing I don't like about this is I'm gonna have to change like all the colors. So this is a maybe. I'm gonna, it looks like it just does that. I'm just gonna scroll down. Usually you can work with like what's most popular. This I like, it's cleaner, but it doesn't have the 3 that I want to do. So I'm just gonna make a decision in a minute and move forward with it. This one I kind of like too. Let's load more and go see if there's some that kind of look. Again, I'm going to make it look totally different, honestly. It's just like a starting place. So I'm thinking, I still think that I'm going to go with this one. And we're just going to have to go change all the color palettes and everything. Okay. So first thing is, let's go see if I can go add a custom. Well, that's cookie consent. I don't need that. All right, let's just get to work. So I'm going to do totally different colors. So this is the navigation menu. They put the logo there. So I'm going to go grab her logo. And we're going to make that logo a little bit bigger. Let's see. Let's do 200, maybe 250, maybe 300. So I'm just changing the size of it here. I like when these are all uppercase. So we're gonna edit this and I'm gonna make these all uppercase. I think that uppercase looks better. Page would be the home page. Submit. We're gonna do about. So I'm just going from top to bottom. So go to page, we're gonna do an about page. Services, we're gonna say, instead of, we're gonna say swim lessons. And the page, we're going to retitle it, would be services, but I'm going to have to redo that page. Contact would be, we can still do contact because it's always good to, you always need a contact. And then we're going to do contact. Okay, so we're going to keep it like that. Now, one thing I'm kind of tempted to do would be to make this smaller and to add just like buy now. So now what I'm going to do is we need to come up with like what this is called. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do here though is I'm going to make these all this dark blue color. So we're going to go to her brand kit and I need to go grab this blue color because that's the color we're going to, is it this one or this one? I think it's actually this one. Okay, so we're going to put this here, coming back here, and we need to do color. We're going to add custom colors. And honestly, while I'm here, I think what I'm going to do is just add all the custom colors because sometimes it's faster just to add them immediately and then we can be done with it. Don't know about this one, but we're going to do this. So we're just going to add these colors. You just want to make, this is why you want to make sure you've got that Canva brand kit done before you do this process. I like this color, so we're gonna add, I'm gonna see which colors end up looking the best on here. These are from her logo, though I think these are the ones. The green, that green's a little off. I need to add a new color from that green because that green is not working. I would say that's more the green color. So I don't like that one. That's not the color. So what I'm going to need to do is actually go back over here and I need to Um, I'm gonna go to elements. I need to grab this color code because it's not I wasn't given the hex, so that's the blue. So yeah, that's what I actually need to do. And then I need to get these colors. So see how I'm zooming in and getting the actual colors, and I'm going to edit her brand kit because I like her cute little logo. I didn't make it. Somebody else before me made it, but they didn't give any of these brand kit colors. And so I'm also going to double check that blue color. So now we're going to have the actual, these are the actual color tones we need. So now I'm going to go to the brand kit and, where did the brand kit go? We're going to go brand, edit, and I'm just going to delete all these colors. And then we're going to add colors based on like the ones I just added, right? So that's where you go here. I'm going to copy, go there. Then I'm going to do that for all of them. There's probably honestly an easier way of doing this, but this is the easiest way that I've seen. So getting the color hex codes is honestly one of the most, I don't like to say the word annoying, but if I was going to, that's the word I would use. But once you get it done, then you have it, right? Because then we're gonna make sure it's here in, oops, I have to now, okay. For some reason, it grabbed like the wrong colors over here for me. So we're gonna, and that blue is honestly not even in that color palette, so I don't know what's going on. It's this blue. So you just want to double click, make sure you're moving all these pieces over. Okay, so these are the real colors and we need that orange color now. Oh, there it is, orange. Oh, we need the ready orange, okay. So I need that to be this color. And then we're gonna copy this. Now it'll stick over here. Okay, so now we're good. We've got, and I always add black too. So this is the blue, but we're also gonna add total black and we have white. So there's the colors. And now, yay, save changes. Thank God. So that was down at the bottom. So I almost just missed that. Thankfully it said save colors. And I'm like, yes, save these colors. So now what we need to do, seriously, is we need to grab these colors again. And I need to add them over here. So we're going to come here. I'm going to delete that color, delete this color. I think that's the correct color. Delete this color. And then we're going to add these other colors. I'm going to just make sure that's the correct one. Let's go and add this one. Just add them all here. So you're adding twice, essentially. The smart thing would have been to add it at the same time. I just want to make sure that, oops, it was saved in Canva first. So let's add that color. So there's that. And then we need, that's still being funky. So which colors are we missing? I think we got them all. Green. I need that green, this one. So we're gonna add this and go here. Okay. So now I'm going to put them all back to the blue because I think that looks best up here. I like, honestly, white space. We're going to change all these backgrounds to white. I might do a little bit of something fun here. And then again, all these colors are going to change to like that. and to the dark blue. And then I'm going to test, oh, I'm going to test what color buttons I want. Do I want the blue button or do I want the yellow button? I like the teal button. I think it's more pleasant. And then we're going to change all the color to the dark blue. So essentially the first thing I like to do is just make everything back to black and white or whatever our main colors are. And then we can work on copy, right? So the other thing though is that the hover text, I'm going to change to the teal also. See? So that's nice. And what font is that? Content font? I'm going to see how I usually like pop-ins. Yep. And same thing here, we're going to use okay, so I'm going to change how big that is. She's in the, I need to see what area we're in. Water safety. So I might just copy that. I'm going to delete that. I think we need a better headline, but we will figure that out later. We're now enrolling for summer 2025. So I'm going to make this a tiny bit bigger and I might do it italic. So this is where you just want to like kind of play with sizing of things. I think like 50, this one's 21, and that's where you want to be consistent on, let's see. And then we're going to say, sign up now. And I'm just going to double check that the italic is blue because I think we're going to stick with the blue. So always also be pressing save while you're doing things. We'll do SEO at the end. I do SEO per page at the end. And you know, this is where you'd also want to check. So this is already an image. What they've done is create like an image like that looks cool like that. But we can do just a square one. But I kind of liked it being like a wave. So how you create images like that, let's just refresh this and hope that this saved. The brand kit did not save, so that's unfortunate. So let's go back to here. We'll go home. And if I was going to create an image, I would actually start with the square like this. But what you're going to do is you're going to have like a frame. And the frame can be different things. So let's say you wanted it to be a wave or something like that, or a different a different size. That's what they're doing here is it's different sized frames. So I might do something like this. Let's say I just wanted it to be rounded corners instead. And then we're going to go to uploads and um, we can also like edit the frame. So I'm going to edit. Let's go see all, do this. I like to like a wave frame. So I'm going to kind of do like this one's cool. Or even this one, like, and sometimes what I'll do is um, I'll see which one I like better. So we're gonna make it like this, just because it is a fun thing. It is a kid thing. So we'll kind of grab, well, we want this and that. And you can always edit the photos by doing that. Because I think that's kind of fun. And then you can also put your different fonts on here. So then the other thing I'm going to do while I'm in here is just make a bunch more photos. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And the reason being, now I can do things like group photos because I haven't decided which size. So I'm going to probably stick with the more this one. So we're going to say, let's go to more projects. Let's go to see all. We might do black and white. I'm just going to make a bunch. That way we have the stock photos on here. Um, then when we get to the website, it's already done. And then I like to just, so these are real photos of the client's stuff, but then I will say I'm going to add like stock photos to all this because the truth is a lot of times um we need more like different photos than what the client has, and that's where it's nice to have like stock photos. Is that, and this is gonna set me up to where I have a lot of things to choose from on the website. Okay. So now I'm just going to download all these photos. So it's from 9 through, and let's make these ones too while we're here. Just going to make some different size stuff. So like 9 through 28, that's more than enough. So we're going to go download and we're going to say, well, I am going to select all. Okay, let's do select all, but it wasn't until 9, so I'm gonna go like this. And it's really important that you get transparent background. So then I'm doing all that. I don't need page 3. I don't know why that's in there. And then I'm doing transparent background. So let's press done, download. And then it's downloading. Do, 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 do. Because I'm gonna like do this like group swim, mommy and me, toddler and me. I actually might grab a few more while we're in here because I need to get like the parent and me like tabs. Sometimes I might put some tabs on these. So we're gonna see. We're gonna get the outline of the website going. And then I'll make the edits. A website is definitely like a lot more work than a funnel. So this is what it looks like when I downloaded it. Because at Go High Level, you usually actually need to drag all this to your desktop. So I just dragged it all to my desktop. And now we're going to go, we're going to put this, we're going to say marketing images, no fonts. Just because they're pictures only. And then I'm going to go upload and like grab a bunch of these, which I guess it's probably 9 through 28. The nice part is it actually put it on my desktop. So that's kind of how, like, to not be a coder and still be able to do a website, you're gonna have to get creative with frames and images and things in Canva. So I like looking at this. I like this one personally. I think that's cute. And actually that coloring, and this would go to the button would go to page, and we're going to go to services, and I have to edit services. So see, now all of a sudden, isn't that amazing how you can take a template and then customize it for yourself? And then this would go to their swim lessons, which we have to edit. But we're going to edit homepage first because it's going to shorten everything else. So now this is size 50. What we want to do is make that consistent. So this is where we're going to say, and again, we're going to change all. There's a way in the code to change all, but if you don't know coding and don't want to mess with it, again, you want to do color, and then you want to go and do custom font and make sure all your fonts are matching and that they're all the same size. So if this is that one, then I'm doing it uppercase and lowercase because of her little fishy swim school. So that's what I'm gonna do there. I'm going to change this to one of these images. So the first one we're going to do is group swim. We're going to do, and then we're going to do Parenemy. And then we're going to do private lessons. But I don't have I have a different, I don't have the right one for that. So I'm going to have to do, that's where the squares might be better. So let's go back to marketing images. So let's do this one. Yeah, I think these just look really cute. It makes it kind of swimmery like water. So again, we're going to do small group swim lessons. Then we're going to do this parent and me swim lessons. And I think we're going to do, it's important to, actually, I'm just going to shorten it. Shorter is better. Private, 1-to-1. Okay, so we're going to do this as small group. So I need to find some images that are small group. Well, that's parent and me. So we're going to do parent and me. Make sure your images match, right? So this one is like parent and me. Need it not to be a square. This one. Oh my goodness. Small group. Small group. We're doing small group. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to do parent and me. Okay, parody. And then we're going to do private. We'll see if I have any marketing ones that are private with this. I might need another one. I want one that's a private lesson one. So we'll do that. Okay, and then the small group also needs to be the fun image, right? So I might need to change. Okay, so we'll do it like that for now. And then let's change the color. Again, so we need color to be, I might do, let's see what yellow looks like. I'm trying to decide, like, do we want the top? I try and keep the buttons only that, but the swim lessons in yellow actually looked cute. Um, or we keep this the blue and do that like this. Okay. Parenemy, small group. And then we're gonna do all ages 4 to 13. Small group sizes up to 5. And then we're gonna do like this, but it's gonna be a lot smaller. Um, okay, we're gonna fix that. I might like take this one. So sometimes I take like the different buttons and then like you just want to make sure it's all centered. Small group. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna make it look good first. So I'm gonna take the margin down, make the color like this and the outline. Background's white, but we need the outline. Border color is. And I don't know if the text I might change the text to a different color. So back to general. And then padding on the top. Let's make it a little smaller. This changes the size of a button. So we're going to do this and we're going to do this. And then okay, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to just make sure these all look the same. Now, this one, sign up, I might just say enroll now and do an arrow. Click to add. I like forward movement in life is why. And this I might change to the background color to just be, no, it's not changing for me. Maybe there's a coding issue with that. Swim lessons. I'm not loving the color of that like that. So we might do, I like that better. Typically though, honestly, I just like this to be consistent. Okay. Pair to me. And then again, we're going to change this to the background that's white. This is where we're going to put a picture of our Ann Lee, who's the owner. So I actually want to put testimonials up higher because I think when, and I think I have it saved on here. Let me actually we're going to do plus, we're going to do a section templates. Yeah. We're going to delete the background. And again, we're going to make sure that the fonts are matching. So it's essentially just going through the list. The color needs to be like, I'm actually going to do that. Poppins. Let's see. I really just want it to match exactly. So what I'm going to do is like this. I'm going to delete this one. And then again, we're going to just, for some reason, and I think it's because there's a coding thing, and we're just going to make this 18. And I'm not going to make it bold. I don't want this bold. Really, I'm going to do this. I think it's faster. So what I'm going to do is take this and put it in here and delete it. Okay. So these are just some tricks of the trade on how to edit your stuff. I'm going to make these the icons. Well, let me see what the color they are. Kind of want this yellow. Now I'm feeling like yeah, I think the yellow is where it's at. So we're gonna delete those and duplicate it. There we go. And then also we need to make sure that coming back here, and this is where, it's even hard for me to like stay on track here. Let's try 26. I think, oops, 26. And again, we're gonna need to and I'll give you guys a template. I just want to share because it doesn't, even if I have my own templates I built, because that's what I usually use, like I said, I'm always having to edit everything because I use different fonts for different people's sites, for my own sites. So let's just change all these to get the fonts going. Poppins. Let's do color is, I kind of like that. Oh, it's because it's bold. We'll do bold text color is the other color. Honestly, I hate that coloring, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do it like that. Do these, do these. This is size 16 pop-ins. So we're going to do 16 custom pop-ins. 16. Some fun pop-ins. All right. Color though is a darker color, so we need to make sure that that's what those are. Now the issue I'm having is these are not lining up. So we're going to delete these extra things in here to make space. I don't know why that's like that. We don't really need to have this padding. I'm going to do all that. And then the nice part about this is you can save each section as testimonial. We're going to add it to template, save. Now, this we're going to we're going to put all these into the page. So I'm going to go to page, services, because on the services page, I'm going to put all these on there. So this one's going to be services, and there's essentially going to be order forms. So what I try to do when I'm building stuff is make each block be something, if we need to use it on another page, we can. So then let's go take again, we're going to go change custom font, default. Typography is the most underrated. Chris Do talks about this, if you know who that is, too. Like, people who are real designers, like, typography is where it's at. So what others are saying, I'm liking the mixture of things. So I'm just wanting to, I might change this to the blue color. I kind of want to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think so. Because I want to integrate the teal, the yellow, and the dark blue. That feels more consistent to me now. And I might do this as the, um, yep, I think that'll be fun. And then this will do the dark blue. Okay, so let's go grab what these things were. 100% happy swimmers. So we're gonna do that. Hundred percent happy swimmers for 4 years. 500 plus happy students. And then we're gonna say 3,000 plus lessons taught. So we're gonna make this. So there's just some great stats, but because it's too big, we're gonna change everything to 56. I guess we're gonna have to change it to 50. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now I kind of like this block. We're gonna move this up a bit. So let's go see what we can, maybe right there, maybe right underneath the bottom like that. The thing is that, there we go. Save. So this is like cute, right? Now we're gonna put a picture about Ann Lee. I'm gonna just delete this. Delete, delete. We're gonna add the FAQ that I've already created. And I'm going to have to, edit it because of things. And then I'm going to need to edit the bottom. So these global values mean like these are global sections mean like that when I save it, it'll save it on all the pages. So that's why you start with just one page and you really want to get each block right. Because if you want to use these blocks on other pages, you can. So we're going to keep going. Press save. Now I'm going to use a block like this, but I'm deciding what I want it to be called. So, and I really want to have an enroll now button. Like I might make this scrolling with an enroll. I want like more enroll now buttons. Like I kind of want to add it all the way through. So I'm going to see how I feel about this. Like I might add a section down here and like just add like, especially when we're about to be enrolling for the summer, is I'm gonna make this all white. We're gonna make this centered, and then I'm gonna add like some fonts like and a timer. So I might take this turn that, we're gonna make this have a little bit more padding, 20. And let's go here, add element, do that. I'm gonna add a countdown because people need urgency. So if you are doing like a countdown and like you'd obviously have to take this out, this isn't something that you can keep in there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna uh, put like May 31st is what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna make this, all these need, the font needs changed. So again, you just gotta be in the zone to do this. And why I have a timer on and why we're doing this all together is that, let's see, so the font weight is too thin. This is where you change the font weight. And then the sub font, also we want it to be pretty bold, right? I'm gonna change this to, pop-ins just to get it done. I'm going to go in line. So this I'm going to make this color, and the normal color is this because I don't know if I want it bold or not, but either way. And we just really get used to margins because that's what's going to help with your spacing. This is a little too close. Let me see. I'm going to do 40. And now we're going to do these numbers a little. There we go. And then we're going to do the font underneath it. Where's my sub font? Label color is the blue. There we go. Okay. So again, and so we're going to call this, we're going to name this Summer Countdown. Add to template. Because again, you can also edit it later. Maybe there was a spring countdown or another countdown. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to pause this. Not screen sharing pause. I'm going to stop and I'm just going to, okay, I had to stand up. That's why it's nice to have a standing desk. Don't want to be sitting that long. Okay, so we're making our way through here. Make sure the buttons are working, just kind of scrolling through. All the fonts are working. So, let's just keep going. So I'm going to get an image now from over here that's just of Anne. So let's go to uploads and see what I can find. I might have to go on her Facebook and find it. Let's go projects, images. I thought there were a lot in here, but there might not be. So just seeing if all the uploads are in here. I mean, that's her. So I might crop this one. Where is this one at? Um, okay, where did it go? Oh, it's probably because I uploaded it from somewhere else. So now I'm going to go to her Facebook. And now I'm going to go to Little Fishies. Sometimes I just got to go find things. Okay, so we're going to go here. And I'm going to go to photos and I'm going to go find some more photos. So that's a photo. Save images and one. I'm going to think it was down further. Like, where is that photo? It's so cute. Okay, so I guess I'll just take the one I just found and come back over here, go to uploads and upload the one I just did, which was, that's this one. I just think it's a little too serious. I don't, okay, we're still going to use it for the moment. Page, current page, transparent background, download, and drag it to the desktop. Just replace whatever one is going there. Let's go here. Let's do marketing images, upload. Not sure which one that just was. This is the issue when you're replacing photos. I'm like, which one was it? If you are facing these issues, you can see that I'm facing these issues too. Which one did it just replace? Let's just scroll through. I like the one where she's looking at. Um, okay, unnamed. What is happening? Okay, let's go back. What was it called? It was called Parent and Me. So let's go to Peace. There it is. Okay, see? You probably saw it as I was scrolling through it. Okay. And also, we're going to make this color, the color. And let's go to about. I'm just going to kind of edit it a little bit. And then we're going to say, yeah, we'll have the contact. And what color are we doing here? I'm just going to take this one down here rather than editing it. Put it there, make it left. Change what it says. And the page will be contact page. So, and then let's save this block. I like to always like, oh, then we need to make it. You're probably like, hey, Tiana, we need to make this Poppins. You're right, we do. And that's 50. This needs to be the darker color also. Okay. What size are we doing all these ones? That's 16. It's 18. I like 18 better for that. Okay. 16. Let's also see how our mobile responsiveness is going around. Oh, that's going to need work. So mobile on this, we're going to do this later, but okay, so we're going to do this. Let's just make this white. I might make this, I like to actually have a darker color at the bottom. The issue is I don't have a white logo for her. So that's kind of a problem. I need to get a white one. So that like might be an actual problem. Let me see if I can, we'll just do it this color then. We're gonna make all these white and make those. Ooh, that looks terrible on there. Just white, white, white. We need to make sure all these are guess what? We need to make them all pop-ins. And this is where you're like, Tiana, just build it for me. And I'm happy to, but it's going to cost you several $1,000s. So it depends, what what's important to you and what we want to do here. So again, we're going to make this white. This needs to be this. What's annoying about this is all of these are like, you're just gonna have to like edit all of them. And that's just the time it's gonna take here. For this, I'm just gonna ignore this. Not sure. Okay, we're gonna change that to this color. Really though, we're gonna take this and edit it here. We just want all buttons the same. We just want all the things the same, I don't know why that one's there. I'm gonna delete. We're almost done, friends. We're almost done. Essentially, once we get the bottom done, we okay, so we're just like moving and grooving. So I'm just gonna finish it out so that you can see, hey, it just takes this time. And really you're changing the link color because these are gonna be pages. I'm not sure why. Let's see, we're gonna do custom font, default pop-ins, just making sure that link. I will say, this is a part of the process that definitely is like, I need to hire out for this myself even, but sometimes like I will tell you, it's actually been very difficult to find people who will do this all right. And so it's important to, now this one must not be linking. So we're gonna just change this. Oh, and then we need to make sure first. Pop-ins. 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 Again, even if it's like links, this essentially, as long as you're go high level, it's a code, like that's your address and everything, as long as that's in there correctly. If not, you can just edit it there, but these are like codes, right? And then we're gonna do site designed by TianaSmithCoaching.com. So I'm always gonna have, my information down here. Cancel 1 second. When I design, if you're not pitching your own services, you don't need to add that, but if you are like me, that's one of my agreements with my clients. And then we need to make sure that that link is a little brighter because we want to draw that out. Let's say that. Okay. So the thing I need to edit here is this whole situation. What did I do up here? We're gonna do it this color. And then this we're gonna change to this. And this we're gonna make it a little bit, let me see, where's advanced? Oh, margin. We just want this margin down a little bit because that's a little close. And separated, advanced. Let me see this color. And I don't love that color there. I think I'm just gonna make it white because I like the white. And we're gonna bold that. And then make that not like that. The bold honestly did not look great. And really, I want a little like, no, that yellow just looks terrible on this. And I don't like that line either. It looks ugly. Okay, so we have developed blocks, and what I like to do is like save every block. So we're gonna call this hero image block. Just add it to templates. The reason I like to do this again, if you're building other funnels and we want to make sure that everything's consistent across all funnels, is we just want to have this stats block, template, save. I think we did. I think I did this one, but we'll just save it just in case. Swim lesson options block, you know, just calling it what it is. And I think we need another color here. Like I might do like two different colors. Um, okay. So I'm going to say veteran known because I think that's important. A lot of veterans like to work with other veterans. So from a standpoint of business, I'm always like also putting those little bits and pieces in there. Now I will tell you, I'd probably prefer the bottom to be the darker blue, but because I don't have a transparent, like a white logo, we're going to keep it like this for now. And then I need to actually have now I'm going to have to go through and edit the pages, which I'm going to have to do later. But this is how you edit like a one pager. If you didn't want to have a menu at the top, it could still be a one page. Like right now, hers is just a one page. And I think I up leveled all this big time, but it's going to be even better because she's going to have all the pages now, which help us be able to lay things out, connect the funnels. So it's just really nice. So that's how you edit and go high level. Pieces that we have not got to today that still do need to get done is we need to do SEO metadata, which I'll do the homepage real quick. So we're going to say Little Fishies Swim School. We're going to say, it's because I'm misspelling school. Leyland, North Carolina. You want to put like location. I think that's where she said they're at. Leyland, North Carolina. Yep. So you want to write those things out. I'm going to grab this. Keywords would be Leyland, North Carolina, swim lessons, uh, North Carolina, swim classes, beginner swim lessons in Leyland, North Carolina. This is so if somebody's Googling. And we're going to say Little Fishies Swim School. Social image, we're going to grab one of the images. We're going to do the parent and me enrolling now. Just because we want it to have that and update. So that's one. And then the other thing we need to go through is mobile friendly. This, just making sure that everything looks good mobile. Oh, let's make sure enroll now is going to the right page. It is. Okay. So yeah, it's looking pretty great. So it's mobile optimized, it's SEO optimized on the home page, but now I need to build all the other pages. But one thing that can happen is if you're not sure how to build all this, is what I would do is just do an enroll now and have these blocks go down. The reason you need pages though is that we've got 3 different kinds of lessons. So now what I'm essentially going to do is connect these over to a page, and then I actually already have the funnels done for this. But at least homepage is done. These blocks, if you want to see here what goes on, then when we go to the other pages, is so here's the home, but now if I go to like the services, for example, let's go edit this one. Now I can put all these. So this is going to get changed and this is already changed. So what's nice is we're going to say now like we offer 3 kinds of swim lessons for ages newborn to teenagers in Leyland, North Carolina. Click on the buttons below to be taken to enroll now in your swim lesson of choice. Now enrolling for summer 2025, June through August. So I'm going to do this. Again, we're going to do the whole thing where it's like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this white, 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 metallic. And we're going to take that block and do that, right? We're also going to add the block of summer countdown. And we're going to delete this block and going to grab testimonials. Now, the weird thing is that that other testimonial block, I need to resave it. And I honestly might grab this, put that there, and make this color this. Okay, so now we're going to take these two, and I'm going to figure that out in a minute. I'm going to fix that. These are going to go to totally different links now. We're going to go to a URL, and this URL is going to be, I have it saved over here, little fishies. Let's see. This is the parent and me. So this is parent and me. We're going to take them to funnels rather than, and we're going to open in a new tab, small group. And I'll show you what this looks like. This is the part I already built. Open in a new tab, private lessons. Okay, so let's go check this now. And then this enroll now is now going to go to an element, and it's just going to be like this one. So we're gonna do this, and let me show you what this looks like. So small group. So that's where it's like immediately they can just check out. And what I need to do is honestly edit all this now that I did the design differently. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go redo all that. Okay, and then parent and me. And then private lessons. For some reason, oh, it used a different one. So now I need to go get that right. For some reason, that's the wrong link. So we're gonna go log in, go get that page. Let's go little fishies. Go to sites, private lessons, and this is the link, the correct link. Let me fix this over here too. So let's go do that. Let's press save. And then let's do this. Okay. So enroll now. Again, small group, parent and me, private lessons, private lessons. Okay, so that's at least done so that, and then what I need to do is like, I need to figure out why that other page didn't save correctly, right? So I need to go back to the home page and go edit this and change this section template because this looks better. We're going to call this testimonial final. See if that works. And also I'm going to save this as the final. We're going to save this as FAQ final. Add to template. Okay. And I'm also going to save this. We're going to name it Little Fishies Web Header Menu. Add to template, save. Because I think what I'm going to do is change those other funnels. Okay, so let's go back. Cancel. Let's make sure we press save. Okay, so let's go test this out now. So if I go swim lessons, and I need to edit that page. Okay, so now let's go edit that page. Okay, so if we go to, we're going to change this to say swim lessons. Lessons. Okay. We're going to press edit. Okay, so we're going to delete this block and I'm going to add a block, section templates. For some reason that coding is not working, which is really weird. Let me see if the other one. Yeah, so there might be something in the code that I'm going to have to go fix, which is fine. I'm going to leave it like this for now. And yeah, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna press save for now. And this is also where you want to do the, the content, right? Swim lessons in Leyland, North Carolina. And I'm going to copy this keywords again. And this is where you should really copy paste, save it. And Leyland swim lessons, infant swim lessons. You just want to like get some good stuff going. So again, we want to do little fishies, swim school, social image. Let's grab some marketing images. So we might like add something like that. It's cute. Update. Let's check the mobile responsiveness. Cool. So this at least is ready so that like when we go live with this, we can enroll people and we can get the sales in. But what I'm going to do now, just a little side trick before we go, is I need to edit these other pages clearly, but I'm also, when I get some more time, I'm gonna come in here and edit all this coloring and all these pieces to match. And what I actually might do is a I might do this and delete that and make, because I think then if they can link there, then it looks like the website. And the other thing I can do is add, um, well, I didn't save it. Let me see if it's in global sections. I'm going to save the footer too, because now it's going to look like it's a part of the website, even though it's built on a totally different, thing. And then the other thing I have to do now is like change all of it to pop-ins. But we're not going to do it right now. So I'm just going to keep it there because I started by building this a different way. So this all needs edited now, but it's all right. That's sometimes life when you build things out and then you try and make it better, and then that's just life. But now this looks like this, and these will actually work. They should work. I need to double check. I'll make them work. And then it'll look like it's in the website, and that can be useful. Although sometimes that's not useful. So I'm going to think about that. Sometimes it's better not to be a part of the website because you want them just to take action. So my friend, I know that was super long training. I hope it was really helpful. I hope it helps you see like, oh, I can build a website and go high level. I can start from scratch. I just need Canva open. I need to have my images, and I need to just say the course, shut off all distractions. Let's go. Website in a day. You can do it. I mean, it might take you a few days. I have experience, but it's way faster than waiting. And hey, if you just feel totally overwhelmed, you can always contact me and my team, or me, myself, and I, depending on the day. We'll build it for you and we'll get it up and running. And so, yeah, love to work with you.